Hey folks, John from Complete Technology Solutions, your friend in the computer business. So if you can't tell, guys, by looking around the walls here, the booth is expanding yet again. And yes, that is an actual all-metal Chicago typewriter. We're going to get to that in another video, I promise. But today we're going to look at another self-defense item. We'll be right back with you. Yeah, guys, you know, I notice you probably notice this is expanding all the time, and it is. It's getting larger and larger and larger. If you happen to be in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, you're more than welcome to come down here. I own the Cattle Barn Flea Market in River Oaks. It is fantastic, the entire place. But as you can see, this booth is expanding, and you can't even see the computers and games and all the cool stuff on this side. So if you're in the area, definitely come on down. But today, we're going to take a look at the MACE Gun 2.0. Now, granted, guys, this is not like our Pepperball TCP, and it's not like our Walther and our Glock and our PPQ and all that other good stuff. This is a very specific mace gun that fires actual mace canisters. Okay, my daughter has one of these for college. A lot of people carry these instead of having the little mace canisters on the end of your keychain that you've got to manipulate and fiddle with your keys and all that stuff while something crazy is happening. And as Stumpy can see, this actually does look like a firearm. And if it's holstered, you wouldn't be able to tell the difference. So let's crack this thing open and see what we get in the box. Yeah, this is one of the those packagings that's like stupid tough. I know you've seen those before. So we're going to have to go medieval on this thing. Yeah, the expansion, guys, is totally everything here you see has to do with that airsoft arena that we're building down here. Did I let that cat out of the bag again? We're still in the process of it. I'm knocking out a couple of legal hurdles and stuff because this is all new to me. And then we're going to go full steam ahead on this thing. So if anybody out there wants to be involved in this process, let me know. And I'll be more than willing to, get you involved, and you can give me ideas and whatever else you want to do because this is all new to me. All right, guys, let's crack this open here. First off, this is very light. Now, I expected it to be kind of light. Golly, that stuff is tough, dude. All right, got to go all like Conan on it here. All right, so in the box, you get the actual gun itself. You get a mace cartridge. And that's pretty much it, except for the little tiny instruction manual. And a piece of paper everywhere here. Which basically, and I'll show Stumpy this, it's real basic. Guys, you insert the mace canister on one side, close it up, and you fire. Now, one thing I do love about this is that it does have a strobe light built into it. And that's something that I do think is kind of cool. This comes with the mace canister, and as I recall, sliding this open right here, we'll open the top. And this is a water canister. And this is to let you go ahead and practice with this to see what kind of a spread and dispersion you're getting on it. This is what we're going to use in just a second to kind of test down here to see what kind of a spread we're getting at the recommended, which on this says anywhere between up to, you get a cone, 5 feet, 10 feet, and 20 feet for a power stream. So we're actually going to test this from stand up to 20 feet away. That's where we're going to test it back here in just a second. So let's go ahead. We're going to pop this back in, and we're going to close it up. That's all there is to that. And as you guys can see, there is a little light on the front of the weapon right there. And that LED will actually come on whenever you lightly pull the trigger. So if you very lightly pull the trigger, you'll see you get the strobe light effect or you get the solid light effect. There's the strobe. There's the solid light effect. Now, that's going to happen all the time. Let me show you guys here. There's your strobe effect. And there's your solid effect. That's going to happen each time you pull the trigger lightly. Once you pull the trigger all the way, guys, it's a spray canister. So this stuff actually all out at one time. And I mean, I guess you can send in, but we're going to find out here in just a second. And that's pretty much all there is to this thing. You do have a Picatinny rail on the top here. I don't know what you would mount to it. It is small. This would mount in any one of the holsters that we use for the Walther PPQ or the Smith & Wesson or the TPM-1 or the Glock or any of those. It's exactly the same size. They do sell a holster specifically for this. but it's a little too small. I actually kind of like a larger one because when you've got it in a larger holster, guys, you can see that actually looks just like a gun. And, you know, as I've told you guys before, part of the deterrent of the weapon is the fact that you've got the weapon. Cowards flee in the face of force. That is a fact. All right, guys, so I tell you what we're going to do. Let's go ahead and we'll move the camera over here. We'll realign down the range here. I'm going to back up, give or take 20 feet, and then we're going to fire this and see what kind of spread we get. Here we go. All right, guys, so here's what we've got. As you can see, we've got our little guy standing down here, and I'll tell you what I want to do. While I'm thinking about this, let me turn on some light, and there we go. Okay, now we can see him a little better. Now what I want to do is I'm going to take 7 paces back. That's going to put us a little on the outside of 20 feet. So 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. So right about here. And what I'm going to do is I've got a mark on the floor here. I'm going to zoom the camera in as much as I possibly can, guys. And even though I'm going to be standing at that exact mark, I want you guys to see where this actually hits. So bear with me 1 second here. And I will, there we go, get you aimed up. And that is zoomed as far as it's going to go, guys. So, all right, let me make sure I'm not standing in your way. Okay, I'm right here. All right, guys, so hopefully I'm not in the camera here. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and as you can see, we're at that 20-foot mark. I know it looks a little too big there because I'm standing beside it. We're going to go ahead and put this on fire. We're going to pull our trigger to get our LED light on, and we're going to see if we can hit that head from this range. All right, guys, you can see that is dead on. Then it creates a mist. Everybody seeing that? All right, so what you saw there was the entire canister. The canister is now totally drained. All right, going down here to take a look. It's water vapory. And as you can see, this entire area is completely covered. This is a circle area right here. I was actually aiming right about at the neck here, and it hit right here at that 21 feet where we were at. Guys, that spread is very, very solid. I mean, we're talking about, that's a huge spread. So if you would aim that at an attacker coming at you, you would definitely hit him right in the face with that stuff. And it got a very, very wide coverage area. Now, from what I understand, the actual MACE canisters, hang on, let me zoom you out here. And I'm saying I'm coughing, but it's not actually mace. It's just a little misty in here, right? The actual MACE canisters, from what I understand, have a dye in them as well. So not only are you going to mace them to knock them on their butt so you can get away, but it's got a UV dye on them, so they're going to be able to identify the scumbag when they catch them, which is really cool. So that's pretty neat. It does work, and it's all or one. So you just let that stuff fly. If you hold it down and they continue coming closer, that stream does turn into a mist and a vapor, and it keeps spraying for a good 8 to 9 seconds, which is pretty good. So let's go ahead and realign over here. I'll be right back with you. So the MACE Pepper Gun 2.0. You know, I got to be honest, guys. If you are somebody that is uncomfortable carrying a firearm, all right, if you are somebody that's uncomfortable carrying and manipulating one of the actual pepper ball guns, and guys, I know those can be a little intimidating if you're scared of firearms, but at the end of the day, practice with your weapon, right? That's the whole point. If you get one of them, practice with them. But this is point and click, guys. You put your MACE canister in there, you take it off of, you put it on the fire, and you pull the trigger. That's all you got to do, and that's it. It's going to fire every single time as long as you've got a new cartridge in there. So that's a pretty cool little self-defense item, and they're very, very inexpensive. Maybe something for the Christmas list or stocking stuffers. Definitely something that everybody ought to have in their car. So, well, thank you guys so much for watching. Yeah, as you guys can see, there's a lot of videos coming here shortly, including, I think I'm actually going to get some airsoft play in this weekend. There's some gear over here that I picked up. I've been ready to go with it, so I think I'm going to get out there and give it a shot now that I'm not all dizzy like I was last week. So thanks for watching. We'll talk to you guys soon. Have a fantastic weekend. If you're in the area, come by and say hi. Have a good one. Bye-bye.